Welcome back to the channel, guys. Time for another volume manga review. Welcome once again, guys. We're going to be going over a volume. Well, it's not really a volume. I thought there was going to be more to the story, but there isn't. It's only one standalone volume, taking care of God. Now, before anything else, if you haven't done so by now, check out Yem Press. This is by Yem Press, or not by Yem Press, but distributed by Yem Press here in the U.S. and other places where you can receive this. There is a link in the description below where you guys can buy this one, but check them out. Great company. They've been doing a great job lately with releasing more and more series, and they have an umbrella of companies under them, so you can check out basically all the stuff they're releasing. Quite a bit of stuff. This is one that's releasing this month, Taking Care of God, and it's one that it's such an interesting insight of what if, right? But I really was left wanting more and understanding more, to be honest, because it almost is left open-ended in a way where we can I guess define it however we want, and that could be an awesome ending, but also a cruel ending because we don't get an actual conclusion. But before anything, guys, do subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can subscribe to this channel by clicking the button right there. But also check out my other reviews. I have quite a bit of stuff I've been reviewing for Yem Press for quite a bit. So if you're looking specifically from them, there's a big collection here. But also other stuff as well. So if you're looking for chapter reviews or anime reviews, they're also here. Okay, let's talk about it. So we have quite a lot of characters, to be honest, but our main one is this little girl called Shihan. Now, Shihan is a troubled girl in the sense of she gets in trouble. She's very much a brute child in the sense of that she uses physical force to make you understand, if that makes any sense. She is placed, well, she's living with her grandma. Her mother works long hours and she kind of doesn't really see her much, and then when these god beings show up randomly in the world, she sees her less because she starts working more hours. Now, essentially, we don't get like a clear understanding of their actual past, but only what they kind of tell the human beings, which essentially that they have created different worlds around the different cosmos, and essentially they chose Earth to be the place to basically come and die. And there's millions, and I think they said billions, but millions, let's say just millions of these beings that just land on Earth, and they don't know where to put them, right? Well, they start calling them gods because they're the ones that created the Earth. Like, they specifically created what they're living in. So they create this program, and that they kind of force people to take in these people into their homes, and they give a nice check to these families because they're taking care of these beings, right? So different things are not really shared to them about these beings, but essentially there's kind of like 2 or maybe 3 different groups of mentality in the entire world. One is straight up, they're happy, they're getting a check, they take in these people, and these are all older looking gods, so like they're kind of like, this is one of them, so he looks like a grandpa, right? So they take him in, they're happy that they're getting the money, they don't care too much about them, but eventually they do start treating them like family. The money is really much needed. And I can almost imagine, like, where would I fall in this? Like, I've been in a pinch of money, and right now not so much, but I have been in a lot in my life, quite a pinch of money, where they say, hey, we're gonna be paying you $10,000 a month to take care of this person. Heck yeah, like, come on, grandpa, like, I'll take you in any time of the day, right? I'll quit my job and just be there for you, which is what a lot of these people were doing. They're quitting their jobs, they're buying and they're consuming so much that people are, like this girl's mom, are forced to work long 18, 17, 16-hour days to kind of please the people that are not working. Well, then there's the other side who is completely against it. Not a lot of other people, but these people essentially are, they're aliens. We don't know they're enemies. We should not mix with them. We should not even interact with them. And then there's the middle group, which I guess her mom would fall into, where, yes, they're indirectly involved when it comes to taking care of him, because really the grandma's taking care of him and the money is, I guess, being used by her family. But she herself has not quit her job. She herself understands that this is going to be a huge punch to the economy, and it essentially is going to make the economy crash in a lot of countries, which it does happen eventually in the volume. It really hurts the world so much that they start capturing all of these older people, and like they're thinking of eliminating them. Now there's a lot of things that really happen, but essentially this little girl was scared of him, was kind of against the whole idea. Eventually they do come to like each other, and she does crack his helmet, which is there on top, and there's a big kind of like, I'm not going to say it, but there's a big storyline behind that, what that eventually causes, but they come close to each other. And I'm not going to say the ending, but essentially the kids have something to do with the ending. And essentially it's kind of left off to the idea of humans need to better themselves because the other worlds are also getting advanced in technology, and the gods believe that this world is the one that has a more peaceful way of living, even though we don't, to be honest, but that's what the gods say. And yeah, that's kind of the conclusion to it. A few things, there's a lot of political things behind it. Like a lot of them lie. I mean, they didn't really lie, but a lot of the things that the people were told eventually were found out, and they felt like they were lied to, right? And I feel like a lot of us, especially with the help that we get by the government and all that, we don't realize what damage it's creating, maybe to us in the future, but also to others. And I feel that overall, that could be the political view behind this volume, which is crazy, but I think it is. And essentially, it's the, it's so nice for the government to help us, but sometimes that help, like someone's getting hurt behind that help, right? Be it we have to pay more taxes, be it someone's being taxed more, you name it. And we don't bat an eye, because a lot of us will fall in the poverty bracket and we'll be like, well, they shouldn't have that much money anyways, right? And it's kind of like unfair for those, and I'll put myself in an example. I myself came from a very, very low part of the poverty bracket and have eventually at one point was considered middle class. Now I'm going back to the poverty, but it's all because of middle classes. It's a real hard class to be in the US, because you get hurt by the rich and by the poor, and that's a horrible thing to say, but it just is. You don't get the benefits that you would want, and you still have to help out, and you're taxed heavily, and it's hard. It really is. So I think it does take a little political stance to it. It also takes a little bit of a stance of a religious belief of, like, who is God? Were we created by higher beings that we believe are gods but not really God, more of a other society that is way more advanced than we are, that just came here and created this earth, and now we consider them God because they created us in their image. So there's kind of like that religious view, and then there's also just the nice interaction between the kid and the grandpa, which is kind of cute. So has a little bit of everything. Let me know what you guys think. Go check it out. It is on Young Press. Thank you for your love and support, guys. Make sure you check out my other volume reviews. Thank you for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.